drift began as a Japanese solution to a difficult landscape. In the 1970s and 1980s, young drivers gathered on mountain roads known as Touge, where steep climbs and endless hairpin turns demanded more than speed. They learned to control a car at the edge of grip, sliding through corners to maintain momentum on narrow roads, and to avoid the barriers that line the passes. What started as a risky street practice became a distinctive driving skill shaped by Japan's mountains and its road culture. One of the people who transformed that skill was Keiichi Tsuchiya, later known as the Drift King. He came from the same driving world, but he moved into professional racing and brought drifting with him. On the track, he did not hide his style. He used it to entertain, to prove control, and to show that the slide itself could be a precise form of driving. His presence gave drifting an identity, not only fast, but expressive. Then came Initial D. Beginning in 1995, the manga and anime captured the atmosphere of Japanese Touge culture with rare clarity. It showed mountain roads, rival drivers, and the tension of a perfect line through a corner. The Toyota AE86 became a legend through the story, and words like Touge and drift traveled far beyond Japan. For many young fans around the world, Initial D was the first time drifting felt like a culture rather than a rumor. In 2000, that culture took a decisive step into sport with the Grand Prix. Organized in Japan with Tsuchiya and others at the center, it became the world's first professional drift championship. Traditional motorsport had long measured success by lap time and finishing speed. Drift introduced a different standard. Judges now evaluated angle, speed, line, smoke, style, and accuracy. The car was no longer simply racing a clock. It was performing. That change made drifting easy to understand even for viewers who knew little about cars. From there, the movement spread quickly. In the United States, Formula Drift grew into a major series that drew huge crowds and turned drift events into large-scale entertainment. The sport's language, style, and machinery evolved in each region, but the spirit remained tied to its Japanese origin. In 2006, another turning point arrived with The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. The film carried drifting into global pop culture through images of Tokyo parking garages, city streets, and mountain roads. For millions of viewers, the sport was no longer underground and no longer distant. It was cinematic, recognizable, and cool. What once existed as a dangerous street practice was refined by Japanese drivers, organized into a legitimate competition, and eventually recognized by the FIA as part of the global motorsport landscape. Drift is one of the clearest examples of how a local subculture can become an international stage. Born in the mountains of Japan, it now belongs to the world.